What's up, everybody? This is Game Chair Conversations. I'm JC. That's Brian and Bob. Today we are getting together to talk about some card trading games. Um, and it's a very popular thing. It has been for a few years now with the whole emergence of Hearthstone, which is an excellent game. Of course, Magic: The Gathering before that, and similar titles. But now during E3 they announced Gwent from Witcher 3 is going to be its own standalone game, and also Elder Scrolls Legends is coming out as a trading card game. Bob, Brian, how do you weigh in on all of this? What are your opinions?
No, I'll talk about Gwen a little bit.
Please.
In The Witcher 3, as soon as that game got introduced, I played it for like an hour. You know,
Gwent or Witcher 3 in general?
Gwent.
Okay.
Like I'm going through Witcher 3. My phone just gone there. But and like at like the first tavern you go to, there's this dude just sitting there. He's like, "Hey, you want to play some cards? I'll check it out. See what's going on." It's very simple, but it can get really, really hard. Like.
Okay, it's simple and hard at the same time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, because
it's simple to get into, and then it just escalates from there.
Yeah, and like, because pretty much what it is like, it's like you have these three different areas to cover. I think the first one's like, so you're ranged, not your ranged, your like your soldiers with swords and shit, like close
melee.
That's what I was looking for, melee. And then you got your range, and then you have like your long range, like catapults and shit. And it's all about like putting these cards down and having a higher score than your opponent. It's really simple, but then there's other factors that will take like your melees, that like any soldier on your side. Well, actually, it's on both sides of the field. It's a weather effect. It takes anybody that has melee, they all go down to 1. And so that adjusts the score. And there's also cards where it's like, oh, if you have the certain card, any range fighters get a +1 to their attack. But if you start linking them, your score can go crazy. But like one of the things I like about Gwen is you get dealt your cards. There's 3 rounds to the game. You get dealt your cards. Unless some type of special roll comes up, you're not getting no new cards. So okay. you might want to try to bait your opponent in using their higher cards in their first round, then forfeit that round and just take them out in the other 2, because they might run out of cards, and you saved yours. Like you were saving all your higher ones, and then you just unleash on them. Let
me ask you this, Bob. I don't want to get too far into just explaining the rules of Gwent. I just want to keep it kind of general, but I do want to ask this. So we all play Hearthstone. So in Gwent, you're not pulling a new card constantly. You just go in with your deck, your card, and that's it.
Yeah, what happens is like you have your deck of I think 22 cards. You get dealt, let's just say 7. Them 7 cards are yours for the rest of the game.
Okay, that's just it. Okay.
But then like.
And you have 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
Okay.
It might be more than 7. I'll just use that as a number.
Right.
But then like you have these things called like Emperor cards, and they do certain things. Like the one Emperor card, I think they're called Emperor cards. It's like if you win a round, you get a new card. And then I think there's another one is if it's a tie, since you got that card, you win the tie. And so there's a bunch of different things going on. It's nothing like Hearthstone. Nothing at all like that.
Okay. Brian,
but it's still fun.
Let me get you here. What do you think about the card? I know you go back a little. You played Magic. What do you think about kind of the card trading, games of now?
I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in high school.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I think it's just interesting that, I played Magic: The Gathering, the card game, on digital media on the PC. Probably 12 years ago, and then it was like no one does that. Who does that? And then all of a sudden, it's like these games are exploding, these digital card games. I'm not sure if it's just a function of the ease of use, like you can do it on your phone and it's something to do on your phone, and then it connects you to a game that you maybe have at home. You know, it keeps you interested in it or something, or whether it's just easy to do, or whether it's, you know, a different way to go, and that's the fun of it. You know, I'm not sure, but it's definitely an explosion of these card games.
I think the thing is that they're free. They are free.
But I mean, a lot of stuff's
unless you want to
free.
pay. Yeah, but I mean, unless you want to pay, buy decks and shit, you can just grind it out and not pay a dime and stuff.
Yeah, but why the card games is what I'm wondering. Like, why those have started to explode.
Did you know the most played video game in the world is a card game?
Which is?
Solitaire.
Okay.
So people like card games. Okay.
Yeah,
people like card games in general, and it's a way, instead of like you can play anybody in the world. Card games can be complex, but they're, for the most part, they're pretty simple, depending on the rules and stuff. And then you got the factor in of like collecting, like the Pokemon factor.
Sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Bob, let me cut you off real quick. Let me get in on here a little bit. And I'll let you go back to that point in a minute. Since Brian was talking about how he used to play Banjo, like me, I was never a trading card game player ever until here, you know, last year and a half ago, I started playing Hearthstone. Like, it's never been a thing. It's never been something I was at all remotely interested in. Like, it seems like I have a touch of ADD. Like, I always have to be doing something fast paced. Well, I'm a big first-person shooter player, but I tried it out and I fell in love immediately. And I think it kind of has that same adrenaline rush that first-person shooter multiplayer has, at least for me. It's because it's obviously multiplayer. It's head-to-head. It's you against one other person. And it's basically a game of skill, sometimes luck. And it's so rewarding to you personally when you beat someone that you know may have had you down, or you know is better than you, and it just happened to work in your favor. And Bob, the reason I bring all this up because you said something about the collection factor. Like that's another whole big thing about
Pokemon.
Like when I was playing, you know, Hearthstone, that was all about, you know, getting the new cards, getting the better cards. You know, you always wanting to build that deck up. Like, so that was another thing for me. And so that's why I appreciate those games, why I like playing them. And I never played Pokemon or, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever. You know, those were never my thing. Same as Magic, but you know, now these games, now that I got into Hearthstone, I'm kind of really taking note and paying attention to Gwent, which I really want to try out because, you know, it's obviously something that CD Projekt Red created that was good enough to stand on its own too. And I do have a question that I want to pose about the Elder Scrolls game, which did catch my eye.
I have no idea about that, so I have no idea how that works or anything.
Well, you know, it's a trading card game like Hearthstone. I've watched a few videos. It's a little bit like Hearthstone. You're basically controlling sides of the board. So if you have a card, it's gridded out like in a 4, you know, 4 box squares or whatever. You know, you're on your side. You have 2, you know, halves to your side. And so if someone lays, you know, a card up here, you need to lay a card right there to be able to, you know, defend or attack that one. You know, you can't go across the board like this, you know, to attack.
I think I know. Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but go ahead. I'll bring it up later.
So it was that difference as in Hearthstone. You know, as in Hearthstone, it's just split in half, and you can attack anywhere on the fucking board. And the Elder Scrolls one, it seems, which I have signed up for the beta or alpha that's coming a few months from now. I have signed up, so I will be playing that. But that's the difference I saw. But the question I have about Elder Scrolls is: anybody thinks this is a cash grab? Do you think it's because the Elder Scrolls is a big franchise?
So is Gwent.
Hearthstone.
They both are, yeah.
Yeah, Hearthstone does big money. I mean, huge money.
It blew the door open. And that's just like with anything. Somebody sees something that's making a ton of money, they're going to try to replicate it and do their own thing with it.
Do you think it's being?
I'm thinking that they're doing the Elder Scrolls, this card game, to keep interest in Elder Scrolls because they're coming out with another Elder Scrolls game next year.
What? That ain't part of the conversation, but I never heard that. they're coming out with Skyrim remastered this year.
Right. You don't think they'll come out with another one
No,
in the
no.
next year or two?
No, they said they weren't. They said it's gonna be a long
said
while
that, yeah, they said it's like 4 years away.
because they have two
Well,
other
then,
they have two other big projects they're working on, but that's beside the whole card game thing.
But yeah, but the main team that works on that is still working on Fallout. So, but to like when you was talking about the Elder Scrolls, JC,
Yes, sir.
that kind of reminded me. This might have been like the first card collecting game I played. Maybe not, but it was in a video game. Final Fantasy VIII had this card game. It had all the monsters and characters on it, but each card had 4 numbers on it. So north, south, east, west. And the grid was 3 by 3. You put a card down. If someone put a card next to you and their number was higher than your number on whatever side they put it on, then they flipped your card and got it. And I loved the fuck out of that game. I loved it so much. There's a lot of different rules. Elementals are weaker. Like a lightning one would get a +1 against the water one. So there's different things of that. But when you started to describe the Elder Scrolls, that's what instantly popped in my head.
Okay.
Was
I've tried out Magic, Brian, and I couldn't get into that. And I think isn't it kind of the same way what I was explaining with Elder Scrolls? Isn't it the same side of the board, or am I wrong with that?
No, yeah, Magic.
Like Hearthstone,
yeah, it's like Hearthstone. You can tap wherever.
Okay, so what is it? I mean, I'll kind of explain what it is I like about these games. What is it that you guys that really draws you to it? I mean, I know it's not something we play all the time, but it's something that we can get into and we'll pick up and we'll play. And it's kind of like, you know, it's not like a pick up and play and you put it back down and you forget about it. Like if I started playing, I haven't played months, but if I start playing a match right now, I'll be up until 3 a.m. playing matches.
I kind of want to play a match right now. I won't lie. But no. For me and Brian, he has history with Magic. I'm sure you actually played the physical game.
Yeah,
right?
I have the cards. Yeah.
Yeah, big fucking nerd.
I was a nerd before it was cool.
Yeah. But for me, I played Yu-Gi-Oh in high school, the actual card game. I bought packs and did shit. And it goes back to the thing. It's. I don't think there's nothing better. There's probably a few things, but in life than beating somebody. Just
and
I'm
be competitive.
Competitive, like especially one-on-one, me
Sure.
and you.
Sure.
And that's a rush. Just being in there, like winning or losing is still a rush. You know, and also like I said, the Pokemon effect. Got to catch them all. Collecting.
The collecting factor, sure.
Introducing it into your deck and seeing how that works. A new card.
Yeah.
Good or bad. Is this card gonna make you like maybe you've been playing this dude like 7 times in a row, can't beat him. You get a card, put it in there. That might turn the tide. I think it's very basic and like I want to beat you, and so that's what I want to do, and then you just add all these other layers on it.
Brian, what do you think? What kind of keeps you playing after all these years?
Yeah, it's definitely the collection aspect. It's also like, you know, it appeals to my role-playing, like a role-playing game type of, you know, that I always have loved the RPGs. And to me, it's like, that's like a really fast RPG. Like Bob said, you collect these characters, you get somebody new. It's kind of like, is it a leveled up character? Is it somebody that can level my deck up? Can I beat this guy now could I beat this guy that I couldn't beat before? You know, let me throw it in there and see what's going on with it. And it's like, yes, I have a leveled up deck. Okay, now I need to plan a new strategy. How am I going to beat other people with this deck and whatever? So it's kind of like and then it's fast. I mean, you know, these games are over in, you know, it could be 5 minutes or whatever the time limit, 3 minutes, or it could be, you know, 20 or 30 minutes depending on like a Magic game. I mean, it could be an hour.
Some of them Hearthstone games,
things.
they go. Some of them games I played go.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like you have these things, and it's like, to me, it's like a role-playing game, but it appeals to the ADD nature. Like, it's super fast.
And like another thing is like, for me, I love art. I love cartoons. I love drawings and stuff. And like, the pictures are awesome on some of these things. Like,
yeah, I collected a lot of the cards for the artwork.
Yeah, like Magic. I never played the game. Like that really had no interest. some of that art on there was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. So that's like another reason why I like this shit. Like, and it's just like card games is one of the oldest type of game to play in the world.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's a
Me
deck of
personally,
cards.
I would love to have like a deck, a physical deck of Hearthstone cards. Like I know it's not possible to kind of play it because I think someone tried it and it's really not possible because of the way the digital game is made. But either way,
You could do it. You could do it.
I mean it'd be difficult, but either way it's beside the point. Because of the the special parameters of cards and whatnot. But either way, I'd love to have a deck.
Physical versus digital.
Yeah, a physical. I would love to have physical decks.
But no,
that's just me.
That was one of the coolest things. Like especially like back when I played Yu-Gi-Oh, just have your deck and just go through your cards and be like holding them in your hands and taking this one out, setting it down, like looking at it a little bit, reading the little story it had on it. Like it's just.
Only thing I think ruins obviously they're free to play games, is that they are basically pay to win.
I say yes and no. I mean, you don't know what you're getting.
Sure, but I mean,
if you had the money to buy 1 million fucking decks,
hey, some people drop a lot of money. I mean, Hearthstone makes billions a month.
Billions with a B? That's a lot of money.
I think so.
I don't know about billions. I can
That's
see
probably
millions.
It could be millions. I've read this statistic months ago, but it's in the millions.
But it's like it ain't no different than a physical thing. You know what I mean? You go out and pay like $8 for a pack of cards. You get 5 or 6.
Yeah, but I mean, those folks that are fine with dropping thousands of dollars, and in the end, they end up getting all these good cards, all these high cards, these high damage cards or whatever, and they can just run through. I mean, that's what's kind of good about the whole matchmaking system. They try to put you against people your own, skill level. Whatever.
But I mean, it's up to them if they want to do that. And I guess,
sure.
And it's like I said, people's done that with. Fuck, I remember seeing like Magic cards for like hundreds, thousands of dollars on eBay.
Yeah.
Rarity and power and shit, and like, and the thing that it's fucking easy. You just sit on your fucking couch, click a button, you got a new pack of cards. Instead of running to the fucking store, fucking opening the pack. Sometimes you have trouble opening. They go flying fucking everywhere. You can't find one. It's probably the best card you was ever gonna get in your life. And you're like, what the hell? But I mean,
it just blew out the bus window.
Yeah, you just gone.
No.
you just got a quick glance at it, and you seen it was foiled, and it's gone.
Yeah.
You seen that glint as it fucking.
It reflected in the sunlight going out the window. Yeah.
But no. Like, I think it really goes back to cards. Everybody's played cards, you know what I mean? Fucking Uno, like everybody's played that shit. But like building your deck, it makes it personal. That's your deck.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to, like I said, competitive, me versus you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna whoop your ass, but you're probably gonna beat my ass. But I'm still gonna tell you I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Well, for once, Bob, me and you agree about this on this subject. But if you don't agree, please hit us up in the comment sections. Let us know what you think, or hit us on the Twitter at DigiEscapeNet. Personal one at JWeeks23. Bob, what are you at?
Spidey goes flip.
Spidey goes flip. All right. Until next time.
Yeah. Also remember, like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
Tell your friends. Do all that stuff.
Yeah. If you love card games, hit us up. We'll play some cards with you.
Dude, we need to make a graphic that just says like, share, subscribe at the bottom of the fucking things, so I don't have to keep saying the bullshit.
Yeah, we'll get on that. All right, until next time.